Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
32.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch the safety creep. Shoot.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jalen Ferguson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Thomas. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they have a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 32 that time. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Stafford on first down. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the 50, Stafford. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
He's checking. Ball. Crash.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Agnew now to return. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards. On first down at Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. To throw again on second down. Stafford, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again. Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.